Hi guys, it's Emily from Unhaul Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my historical fiction bookshelf tour. Now, I'm going to be showing you this shelf, which is the Tudor shelf, this shelf, which was Victorian, that kind of thing, literature, but it's now hish pish of whatever I can fit on it. And then we got the bottom shelf, which is my wartime fiction. So, I've also got some books from my bookshop with Gemma that I'm going to be putting on the shelf. I am also going to be putting some other, maybe unhauling some books, because as I'm going through it, I'm going to sort of check and unhaul some books, because if I'm not going to read them, what's the point? I'm going to use this as a bit of an experimental video to clear some books and show you what I've got. Now, because as you can see, I've got lots of books and I don't want this video to be mahoosive, I will just be showing you them, and if I've got anything to say about the ones I've read, I will. If not, I will. I won't say too much because otherwise I don't want this to be a very long video. Like I said, lots to show you, but I hope you enjoy it. If there's any of these books that I've not read that you want to buddy read, let me know in the comments down below and I will see you at the end of this. Most of this video is not going to be with me in it, so that you get the joy of that, and I'll see you all soon. So we will start off with the Tudor shelf. So I've got The Captive Queen by Alison Weir, which I'm looking forward to reading at some point. Bring Up the Bodies and Wolfhall, which I've just read. Then on this shelf here, we've got for the Tudor along, I've got The Catherine of Howard, Anne of Cleves, Jane Seymour, Anne Boleyn, The Tudor Wife by Emily Purdy. I picked up an Emily Purdy book because, well, let's be honest, it's the author's Emily. I've got Anne O'Brien, The Virgin Widow. I said, why am I telling you the titles? This one I've not read yet, but I know it's been on my shelves for ages, so I need to get to it. Then we've got this one here, which I'm going to be reading in August. I'm going to be doing, because obviously we've got the Tudor along, I'm trying to read as many of my Tudor books as I can. Up here, by the way, is the Catherine Parr book that I got given the proof copy for. So I'm now going to try and shift those along. So I'll try and show you some of these a bit more detailed. So that one, Catherine Kent one, I don't know very much about this. I bought this at a charity at a car boot, and it's set in 16. So I say these are Tudor books, but these are Tudor and before and around about that time. So I don't know much about that. I got that from the pound shop. Then I've got a Jean Clady, which I've got a big section of Jean Clady. I probably should actually put that one there. And that's the Young Elizabeth. I've had that for ages. I need to get to that one. And we've got a Philippa Gregory Changeling, which I believe is one of her YA books. I've read the first in the series, so that's the second, Tudor's Court. This one, Charlie from Charles Heathcote gave me, and I'm desperate to get to this one. This is the one I'm really desperate to get to. It's a non-fiction book about quite a few of the Tudor, about the queens, so desperate to get to that. Another Anne O'Brien, Queens of the North, which does look that's another one that looks really, really good. It's set in 1399, so it's even older than the other ones. This is Defenders of the Faith, which I believe is actually about Elizabeth. There you go. Tudor Court. So we don't know too much about this, but that one does look really good. This is again one of her, I think this one's one of Philippa Gregory's standalones, and I don't know too much about that. So John Transcendent. So if you look at that, Civil War. So that's a bit of a standalone. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to that. Little House, again, I don't know very much about that, but it's by Philippa Gregory, and you know I love all her books. And we've got that book that I've read, and I loved it. So those ones are going to go there. I'm going to put that one there. Then we've got The Sixth Wife, Catherine the Virgin Widow, Shadows of the Pomegranate, and The Queen's Silver Matter. These are all books in the series. My sister Charlie gave me them, so I'm going to get to them at some point. Now these are most of these I've read. So The Kingmaker's Daughters, I've read that one. This and this are part of a series, but I believe I'm missing one in the middle. Well, I think I'm actually missing the third one, so I need to get to that before I can carry on. And these are the other ones in the Tudor Queen series that I've read. And that's The King's Concubine. That is in an odd place. That is annoying me that that's in an odd place. So I think I may swap that one for a Philippa Gregory book, because that to me is an odd place. So I'm going to actually do that now, actually, I think, because I don't like books by different authors being on the different places. So that is going to be swapped. Sorry, you're getting to see my bedroom at the moment as well. So there you go. So that is a bit more swapped. And then the last books on this shelf that you're going to see, That one, I don't know anything about it, but my boss from Baz Books told me to get that, so that's one I'm looking forward to trying. The Fourth Queen by Debbie Taylor. I do not know very much about that, but it's got a queen and it just looks really gorgeous. I think it was set in 1769, so that looks good. And I've got another Edwin Called Queen. That is another Joanna Hickson book, and I know I love her books. And this is set in old King Charles of France, so that looks quite good. So this is my Tudor shelf done. I'm now going to put these back and get down to this. So what I think I'm going to do is, while I'm doing this, I can show you these ones before I start taking them off and showing you the other ones. So I've got Peacock Emporium by Jojo Moyes, which you would have seen. Homecoming by Joanna Golding. I'm looking forward to trying that. I loved Nightingale Point, but I did find it very hard hitting. Edge of an Orchard by Tracy Chevalier and The Last Runaway. I've not read these, but I liked one of Tracy Chevalier's books, but I did DNF another one, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. The Summer Queen by Margaret Pimpleton. You're going to hear more about this in an upcoming video about summer books. The Girls by Emma Klein, which has been quite well raved about. Last Reunion, you would have seen that in my book haul. I only bought that because of Danny from Danny's World of Books. Miss Austen, that will probably be ready in Jane Austen in July. Rose Tremaine and Rose Tremaine. I believe both of those two are part of the series, so I need to move them again. Land Producer, I got sent that, and I'm going to be buddy reading that with Gemma from Read Book Gem. Don't know too much about that one, so that's my bit of a hish-pish one. That I was sent by the lovely Berna, so that's my translated fiction. And then The Vanishing Bride by Bella Ellis, which Gemma gave me. Well excited by that. You know, everyone knows about that book. Then I've got Tippy and the Velvet. That may get moved, to be honest, because I've read that, and I like to keep my red books hidden away a bit more. Magic Flutes, that's set in the 1920s. I'm going to be buddy reading that with Gemma. Another Rose Tremaine, Gemma recommended. That's set in the 1920s. This one's been raved about. I only just found it, so it's been in one of my book hauls, and I loved it. Little Stranger and Paying Guests by Sarah Waters. Both of which, after reading that one, I'm desperate to read these two, but I'm not sure which one to read first. So that's it for this clip. I'm now going to take books down and do some other bits in a minute. Bye bye. I've just removed one Unhaul book, which I'll show you first. I've unhauled this because I just really don't think it's going to be for me. It's been on my shelves ages. It's not drawing to me, so I'm going to unhaul that. But now I've got books to show you. So I've got another Kate Morton, The Distant Hours. The Invitation by Lucy Foley, which is set in 1951, post-war wreckage. Definitely want to get to that. Lucy Worsley, you know I love her work. That's set in 1950. This one I got because it's Kate Worsley after Lucy Worsley. She Rises. It's got a recommendation by Sarah Waters. Gotta love it. 18th century. Looks brilliant. This is one that I got given by the Baz Books. It's a new author, I think. She's a POV, so I don't know much about this. It's a different time era from what I'm used to, so I'm going to try it. The Snow Child. I just mentioned that in a book haul, I think. I did that. That one I got on Saturday, so I'm not going to tell you that, or you'll find out more about this book in a book haul, but I'm looking forward to reading it. Let's just say it's set, I think another one, it's set in the 1950s or 1970s, but it fits perfectly here. So, Silver Sparrow, obviously read that, loved that. Read, loved. This one is the only one on this shelf that I've not read. It's Anne Perry, which I don't think I've got any more Anne Perry, but it's set very, very early years, so it's very, very old. So, and that one's been read, obviously. Read, but this is my own copy, so this is counting as unread because I listened to the audiobook of The Mercy, so I wanted my own copy. That one my sister got me. Isabella Landay, after loving one of her books, I wanted the next one. Gentleman of Moscow, I'm reading with the lovely Gemma from Read a Book Gem again. Read, loved. These two I've not read. Tracy Reese books, I need to get to them, but I'm not sure which one to start with. So if you've read it, let me know. And then that's the books that I've done. I'm going to go and put... In the next clip, I will show you which ones I've added to the shelf in a minute. But what do you think? Does it all look all right? I've still got a gap there, and I've got a very small gap up the top there. So I'm getting there. This is just a brief clip, just so I got this the other day, which I'm looking forward to. I'm kind of hoping that goes. I'm not sure how about it, but I'm hoping it goes. Then I've just added still that one, which I know looks gorgeous. I'm buddy reading that with Gemma. Then we got The Songbirds by Christy Levetti. That fits perfectly. And Last Letter to Love fits perfectly. So all I've got is I've got a gap just behind, a couple of gaps behind. But at the moment, the colour-wise, this shelf looks gorgeous. So now I'm going to go down to my bottom shelf, the wartime bookshelf, and I've got some books to add to this. And I'm not sure how the hell that's going to happen, because I think they're just going to be going, piles are going to be going up. And I may have to do another unhaul. So we've got Diana Jeffries' book that I looked at, because I remember someone said about her. I can't remember who. That was Nikki from Red Dot Reads. So I've got this Maureen Lee book that's been on my shelves for ages. House at Chorlton by Prue Leith. That looks really good. So let me actually just talk about this a bit more. So Maureen Lee's, their stock standard wartime books. House at Chorlton. That looks really good. I think it's like 1920, World War II again. So that's another World War II. This is even older than that. So this is set World War One, I believe. Beautiful Spy. I loved the love story by this author, so I'm really looking forward to getting to that. Annie Murray, Mother and Child. I love Annie Murray's books, but they're really hard hitting. Then we've got the Frontline Nurses. The Frontline Nurses have got two, so I've got a third book that I need. So these are about that, so I'm not going to do anything with those until then. And this is my favourite book. So this is the book that I got sent, and I think I'm going to unhaul it because I got sent it by a fellow booktuber. And no, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep this one because I think I need to get to it. So I think what I'm going to do is this one I'm going to pull out because I'm going to read it this month. Anglo-Boer War. So that one's going to be pulled out. So I'm going to read that this month. And then what I think I'm going to do is, if that one fits, I'm going to... Nope, that one won't fit. So I was going to try and put that there. But I know what I'm going to do. I'm sure I can fit another book there. Actually, what I will do is I will push this across. I'll push these across, and that means I can fit another one behind it. I can fit another book in that little gap there. That one will work because I can fit another work one in there. Then we've got the East End Angels. So we've got Stranger at Honeypot. I love Anna Jacobs. I'm not going to take these off because otherwise it's going to take too long. The East End Angels one, I've got 3 of those, but I believe there's one more I'm looking for. The Nightingale Nurses ones, obviously I'm reading that series and they're a bit all over the place. And then we've got the Opshrooms Girls series, which I loved. Dear Mrs. Bird by AJ Pearce, which I loved. Old Baggage and Lisa Evans, my 2 Lisa Evans books, Old Baggage and Crooked Heart. I love them. So what I'm thinking is actually I do know what I'm going to do. I do know what I'm going to do then. Then we've got a Margaret Dickinson book, which I fitted up purely on that pile of that, which I got given last month. Holy Falls by Joanne Harris. This is my one that I'm nervous about because I don't know anything about that one. Strawberry Faith, which is the last in the series. I need to read that. Quarters of Orange. That's that's part of a different series, I believe. So I need to get to that. Lollipop Shoes, Peaches from Mechilica and Chocolat. And then we've got another Joanne Harris. So this is my Joanne Harris pile, which is basically inspired by the lovely Charlie from Charles Heathcote. Then we've got some Katie Flynn books, which I've had for ages and I need to get to. So we've got Such Sweet Sorrow, which is, I don't know very much about that. Rainbow's End. Sorry about this, guys. I'll just put that there. Nurses at War. This was a 20p book. So Nurses, I think that was why I got that. Another Maureen Lee. I'm getting through all of this author's works. Lynn Andrews. I love the look of this one. I can't remember why. Liverpool Lou. I remember loving that. Dilys Court, obviously I got because the lovely Danny from Danny's Book World. And then Always in My Heart. This one is purely, I think it's 1950s. No, it's 1939, so it's another wartime. Then obviously you guys have got my favourite author ever, one of my favourite authors ever, Elaine Everest, The Walworth Girls. This one is going to get moved over there. So I will see you in a minute while I get the books that I've got to put on the shelves, put them down there and start putting them away. I'll see you in a minute. So, last clip, we've got this one that was given to me by Charles Heathcote. So I'm looking forward to getting to that. I need to get to that at some point. It looks quite a wintry book, so I need to get to that. A Ration Book Childhood. I didn't like the first in the series for that, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that, actually. To be honest, I think I'm going to unhaul that one. because that one, the other book by it looked really good. Right, no, actually, I'll do a try chapter on that one, and if I don't like it, I think that's going to be my next try chapter. The Workhouse, again, I've got the 2 of those in the series, which I need to get to. I've got another Jojo Moyes book, Sheltering in the Rain. I've got 2 more of those to show you. And that's that's her oldest book, I believe. City of Girls, I will be buddy reading with a few other people. And then we've got my Elaine Everest series section. Christmas at the Tea Shop Girls, The Patchwork Girls, The Woolworths Girls, Mother Forever, and The Tea Shop Girls. I've only got to read Christmas at the Tea Shop Girls, and then I've done all of her books, so that one may get read very soon. Then we've got Moonlight Over Mayfair, which is the second in the series, which I've already read, but I want to read the first in the series soon. Another Jojo Moyes one that I've got, which I need to actually read that one, I think. It's either going to be that one or Sheltering in the Rain, so let me know which one you think I should read. The Sixpenny Christmas, which is a Katie Flynn book, and again, that's a Christmas book. And then these are my series books. So I've read all of the Woolworths Girls books, and I'm getting through the Nightingale books. So I think I'm keeping the Nightingale books for a friend of mine, but I'm not sure whether to keep them or read them and then I don't know what to do, because I'm reading the whole series, but there is a lot in the series. I don't know whether to keep them all and send them all as a big box to someone, or just to get through them, because I don't know if I'll reread them. So this is my bit of a hish-pish. I'm not sure what to do with that yet. So let me know. But that is all the books. I'll do you one more clip very shortly when I put the new books on the shelf to show you. But that's I will sign you off with this. I've got my new Anton de Vet book, which is the first in the series, which is on the end there. That may get moved to the top there if I've got enough room. When I think what I'll do is, once I've read the Jojo Moyes one, I'm going to do that one. Then we've got. Then the other one I put on, which is a new one, is I put Whispers of War just there. That's a new book. And I put my Kristin Hannah book, my latest Kristin Hannah book down there. So everything fits perfectly. I've got one book I'm unhauling and one book that I'm going to get to this month to make myself read it. But that's it. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, bring on my ding-a-ling. Ding-a-ling. And I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.